Hello, hi. Sorry I got little flyaways, but I'm trying. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Monet, homeschool mom. We are talking all about math. And so what I'm doing is I'm using Ambleside Online and I'm using Wildmath, Simply Charlotte Mason Math, a little bit Let's Play Math. So I'm going to talk to you about that. Also, I am going to just recap what we've been doing in the last few weeks. It's been more than a few weeks for this term. So are we in the middle of the term? I'm not sure if we're in the middle of the term. I know I'm a little behind, but I guess it is. But I'm going to show you all of my books of what we've been doing with history, science, geography, a little bit of literature and free reads. I do have an opinion on what one of my free reads. So if you're using Ambleside Online and you haven't purchased some of the free reads, just stick around and I will share all about that. But first, I will talk about math. Now, math in my last video, my last update video, I talked about using the prompts in the book. Let me see, where's my book? In the Charlotte Mason Elementary Arithmetic book, using the prompts. Well, I decided to continue to push myself to try to introduce the concepts of how they're teaching it. I was confused because my other video said they're videos for purchase so that they can teach you how to use it. And I'm like, I remember saying, I wish there was a YouTube video. I don't know how Google heard me, or maybe they did, or it was just, I don't know, meant to be. A few months ago, or a while ago, they had made a few math videos to just introduce the concept of how you would approach multiplication, or how you would, not all of the things. They're not going in depth of all of it. They're actually pushing you to go in and purchase the videos, but I just needed a little hint, and then I can go forward. So I am using this still. I'm gonna show you. That's how it looks. And when you are looking at this, hopefully it's not too blurry because I know I have it on cinematic. When I am going through the concepts of this way of doing math, it is very living. It takes a little bit more effort I think on my end. I have a 3-year-old who, she's second born. She's pretty, I don't know how I say, she's a little aggressive, she's a little sassy. There's a lot of interruptions. That's not my fault. That's my fault. I'm still figuring out how to incorporate the toddler in the mix when she wants all our attention. And so it's interesting. Right now, my big one, she's taking care of her while I do a quick little video. So yes, we are using this. And it's great because I saw the video of teaching her how to do her multiplications, and I didn't know that Charlotte Mason did her own table, her multiplication table, in this way where you're going 2 times itself is 2 times twice would be 4. 2 3s are 6. 2 4s are 8. And kind of doing that addition. The times itself are just the different additions, and this makes it more of a shortcut. So great. My daughter was like, oh, and starting with the lower numbers definitely helps. Now, there are some YouTube videos that I found. Maybe I'll do a blog post about it. But do you remember School of Rock? Not School of Rock. That's a movie. What was it? It's from the 70s when you learned about the Bill of Rights and you learned about all of that fun stuff. Well, they do have math one. So doing the videos where they're chanting or singing the multiplications, I'm gonna actually incorporate out of, honestly, the request of my daughter. She asked me, Mom, are there any songs? I'm sure there is. I remember songs. So we are gonna incorporate some singing just to get it in her head. Like I said, I'm using these dot grids. I have a notebook, but I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it, but we're using these just pads that I could just rip up, take a picture, save it as a PDF, and I can turn it into my teacher. I like these pads, especially since we're doing games. So when I'm doing the prompts here, I'm prompting her 10 questions and she's writing the answers down. I like these dot grid notepads. They have them journals, but this was inexpensive. This was $6 for these two on Amazon. I think I put on my Amazon. If I didn't, by the time you see this video, I will have it on my storefront for math supplies. But I like these for when you do math games and you're doing those games that you have to connect the dots, you take turns. I'm excited to do those math games because I love puzzles. anything that brings joy to the homeschool that I enjoy is definitely gonna rub off. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm using Let's Play Math by Denise Gaskin. Now that's why I wanted to get the grid as part of our supply list, the grid paper, because we're gonna be using the math games. Now she has a whole list of math journals and games you can do, ideas for notebooking. Charlotte Mason, she's all about notebooking, of teaching children to continue their education with writing things down, and that includes math, science, everything. So she has, and she continues to blog and continue. I think she has a Patreon where you can pay for it. I haven't joined her Patreon yet, but maybe as I get more of a homeschool budget, I can join and find out what it's all about. But a lot of her ideas are on her blog if you want to sift through it and purchase her books. They're all in the books. But the one I want to get would be the 100 charts. When you do the 100 chart, ideas to play with or to think about. So this is a great one. This is about, what are those little rods? Kirsteiner, I'm gonna butcher it and I feel dumb. But manipulatives, let's see. So she has even just graphs, different graphs. This is a how-to book of how to teach math or those ideas, living ideas to your students. This is a mama book, so it's for me. There's a lot, she references or footnotes a lot of extra books that you can get on the library. Some of them are kind of old and they're not really, I can't find them on Amazon that much, or they're used. So maybe you can find them in the library, maybe used books, or go to the Amazon used. Some of them are fine. They should be there, but she will always reference books, living books, to help you teach and for your kiddos, for picture books. And she actually has a whole chapter of what living books you can use. And oh, this is awesome. I haven't got to this yet. What does math look like in a week? Scheduling. So I have this on my storefront. I wish I got this earlier. I don't know why I just slept on it. Not sure why, but this is great. Now for the toddler, I'm doing preschool math at home. This preschool math is, I had this for my first one. Maybe this book has been in my home, I would say in the last 3-4 years, maybe more than that. Probably more than that. I'm trying to see, it's pretty short because with the toddler, you're gonna get those ideas. You're introducing these ideas. That's what it is. You're introducing counting your toys, and all kids start to mimic, recite, whatever it may be. I catch my daughter reciting, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. She skip counts. She skips always on one number. But we can introduce this to get her in, and this is off of a homeschool, to get her a part of our homeschool day. So we can start our math with her, and then I could do math with my oldest. That's the point. That's the idea. Hopefully it works. But I did this with my first one, and it was great. And it helped me make school feel like a joy. It's not so much school, it's just your learning, our learning activities. So you're working with toys, it's things that you have around the house. That's what Kate Snow is great for. She always used things that were around the house. I love all my little manipulatives, the extra fun stuff that are more like a toy and you can use for, what do they call it? They call it open play. I love that. But if you can just, you know what, we have strawberries or we have Cheerios. Let's just use these items. Great for using regular items or Legos, whatever you have in the toy box. That's what's wonderful about that. So that's math. And of course, you always have to have chalk. I have a whole thing of chalk. And is this Melissa and Doug? No, this isn't Melissa and Doug. Sorry, it's all dirty. See, we use our math. You have a slate, dry erase, chalkboard. This isn't Melissa and Doug. Who is this? Chuckle and Roar. I think I got this at Target. But Melissa and Doug has one, I think. There's another company, and I think I'm gonna put it on my storefront. I just got it. It's over there. I don't want to grab it right now. It's really sturdy. It is a dry erase for the lines for handwriting, and then you flip it and it's blank. I really like using that for practicing, just showing an example of math real quick, especially if we're outside and I'm not inside or we're in the car, wherever. So that's my math supplies. And then I got these. I just wanted to shout out. I got this through Amazon, Prismacolor, Ebony. I was asking my artist husband, what kind of pencil should I get? And he wasn't telling me because he's like, I don't know. It depends on what you want. But I needed something that my daughter, it was going to be dark and soft. You know how you have those hard pencils where they're really thin but really hard and you can't see it? This, my friend, is soft lad, but the pigment is dark where it's just vibrant. You can see it. So this is a great pencil. In my opinion, it has been a great pencil that we've been using for math and for handwriting. So that's just an extra. These are just extra tools. Ooh, it's already about 10 minutes here. Quickly, I'm gonna share, what should I share? I went ahead and I got myself one of these kid Kindles, but my daughter doesn't really want to use it. That's okay. You don't hate it.
I do.
No. But anyways, I am using it for our free books with Gutenberg. So I'm gonna go ahead, let me see if I can show you. Oh, sorry. I'm reading Dracula right now. So for my mommy book, Dracula, I recommend it. And then afterwards, I'm listening to the Literary Life podcast to see what did I catch that they did not, or vice versa. So anyways, let's go. Oh my gosh. The only thing about these things, it's super sensitive. So I have my books. Now I have Secrets of the Wood. So there's certain books that I just couldn't find on Amazon, or it's just taking too long through my charter. But if you have a Kindle or any ebook, you can go through Project Gutenberg and find these for free. Some of them, not all of them. Let's see, the one I got for free would be, let's see, elementary math. Oh, A Child's History of the World. So that's our history. Any free reads that are not in, I just didn't get it. I can have it here, easy access. And so some of my history is here. Oh, my Wildmath is here. Remember I told you I'm doing Wildmath? So the Wildmath is a PDF, and let me see if you can see. It's black and white, but the PDF comes in color, and I don't need color. But I have access to how to teach with a hands-on method with math. And that's why I like it. It is wild, meaning you go outside, and this is to encourage you to go in nature, but you can actually just use this inside if it's extreme weather. She actually adds games. So Rachel adds games. Rachel Tipp adds games, like board games. I'm a big board game girl. Board game and manipulatives, everything. It's fun. What else do we have here? Oh, I'm also reading another book, The Last Crusade. I have the Kindle Unlimited. I really don't have Netflix or anything subscription, but I do have that. But I think I'm more of a reader than something that we watch. I love YouTube, but I'm more of a reader. But Kindle Unlimited has some of the books that I couldn't even find for free, or I don't know why, but that's just maybe gatekeeping. I don't know. Couldn't even get it on Amazon for print, but they had an ebook on them, but it's only through there. So Kindle Unlimited has some good kids. The one that my daughter is, this is just a tangent, Linnets and Valerians. And then I got Math and Magic in Wonderland. So that's a living math book, but it's in a story form. So that's another math book, but I'm using it through my Unlimited. I'll put it if you want to try out Unlimited and see what books that you can use for homeschool or just for yourself, like my Dracula. I'll put the link in there. You can try it. I think I'll find it, but I think I can find the link where you can do just try it out for a week. And if you like it, if you don't, then you don't. But if you like it, I think you have a discount on it. I'll make sure I'll find that out, but it'll be in the description, all of this. And that's it. So I use this. Sorry, this is gonna be a long video. I guess it's like a 30 video. Ambleside Online, literature, we are doing The Princess and the Goblin, which is over there. Also, Princess and the Goblin is in my Kindle. Just in case I don't have the book and I'm in the car. Now we are doing American Tales. I just got this. I don't know why it took so long with my charter, but I just got this. We're gonna be adding this. So if you're in Ambleside Online, let me know if any of your kids like these tales. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. She got us Princess and Goblin. So Princess Goblin, and the free read is Princess and Curtis. It's like the sequel, right? American Tales, Paul Bunyan. Who else? I didn't really grow up with all of them because I grew up in a very strict household where we just didn't read stories. That's another video. But Coyote Cowboy, we got some Paul Bunyan. Who else we got? We got Storm Along. I don't know any of these. So this is my first time reading them. I'm excited. Now, So for biography, we have Leonardo da Vinci, and then I also have Marco Polo for geography. Now this is tricky because these are both historical figures, so I will use, well, social science mixed with history and art with maps. So I'm putting these all together, and we started, my daughter will narrate and I'll type it, but then she's gonna make a little lap book from those manila folders where you put them in your filing cabinet. She's using those folders to just paste the dates and paste their faces on it, and we're just including that. So that's just an extra fun thing. After you narrate, just some memories, print out their pictures. And I use a sprocket to print out all their pictures. So that'll be in my link too. I love that sprocket for that. And then obviously your poetry of the day. And then my daughter, she wants her copy work to be poems. She doesn't really want paragraphs yet, and I think she's working her way to write poems. So we have Ambleside Online Poems. If you're using it, you know what this is. And I like the book. So if you don't have a book, get the book. You can get it online. You can read it. I know there's something about this one where maybe you can even just highlight your favorite ones, or commonplace, mamas, daddies, commonplace, your favorite ones. Now, let's see, for history, we have these two books. So An Island Story and This Country of Ours. So we're still working on Henry VIII. So we're in the Renaissance. What I'm doing is I'm also just supplementing. So anytime we're talking about the Renaissance, all of these figures, whether it's Henry VIII, it's Marco Polo, it's Leonardo da Vinci, even though we don't have a book of centuries, meaning a little timeline yet officially, we're kind of our little folders, we're making our timeline. And then my daughter sees like, oh, we're all in the same period. So that's great. I know I like how velvety, I thought I did, as when you first get it, it's cool, but then it gets sticky. So I don't like it, but I love the paperback of Ambleside Online, their version, because it's annotated by Donna Jean A, and she is so hard. I think she has 4 volumes of annotating all of the chapters of this book. I'm pretty sure there's some other ones. I'm trying to find a page where you can see, she'll footnote, this is how you say it. This was at that time appropriate, or now it's inappropriate. So there's some footnotes. You can't see it. She adds footnotes to this, and this helps when you're teaching. And my Perseus book, Anne White, maybe I'll just put a picture right here. Anne White also annotated the heroes. So we are going through that with our mythology, intro to mythology with literature with Ambleside Online. Use that book. I know you can get it, but I like that she adds vocabulary words. If you want to make like a notebook, all your kids' vocabulary words, use that. She has how to pronounce it, so she'll write it out for you. And then also some discussion questions. If you, after narrating, maybe want to get into a deeper conversation, she does that. And I continue to use this for science. I did a whole video about it. I will tell you that I'm really surprised of how I'm engaged with this material. I know every mom is going to be different. Every mom and dad's going to be different, but it gives me ideas of what we can do for like handicrafts on our own. So finally, I have English Tales. This is a free read. And this one I wanted to quickly, hold on. Okay, where was I? Because I got interrupted. So free read. Well, one of the free reads I have a lot of free reads, and what I do is I put the free reads in a basket and my daughter picks them. Right now she's going through The Last Unicorn, the little unicorn, no, the little white horse. Anyways, she loves it, and my husband's reading it, and he's just getting so many ideas as an artist. He's getting ideas of what to draw or what to storyboard, whatever, that he's working on. But I wanted to talk about this one because it just came in. This is one of our free reads, and we are obviously going through English fairy tale. In Ambleside Online, you have that option. Okay, add in your book, your bookshelf. But this version, it doesn't have the complete fairy tales, and that's okay, just start it. But it has Arthur, what's his name? Arthur, he's very famous, but his first name is Arthur Arkham or something, I forget. In case, it's really thick paper. It's kind of a smaller book, but it has in the back about each tale that this book comes. It's called Notes, the notes and the sources. So she put a lot of love to this. The editor put, thank you, notes and sources. This is just the notes on these tales alone. So if you want to go and read all about, okay, we're talking about the story of the dead moon, okay? And you're gonna read about where does this come from, Jack the Giant Killer, a background. It gives you background information. So little biographies, not biographies, because not a person, but little, tidbits. It's annotated. I would say this is like their version of annotating without interrupting the story. I recommend this version for sure. I do. And I mean, I think you should collect them all, but I'm gonna put this on my list in the description if you wanna pick this one up too. If you have it already, fine, but you can add it. And I remember seeing they have more, so I'll put it in there. If you look on the I think on the page itself on Amazon, we have Irish tales, you have Celtic tales, I forget which ones, but I'm gonna collect them as I try to add more fairy tales into our education. This was great. I'm so happy that I'm so happy I tried it out, because you never know. So yes, this one is one that I'm putting in my basket. Now that's it. Let me know if you are using Ambleside Online, if you're using simply Charlotte Mason. This one is definitely for those who are in the trenches, in the terms. What are you using? What have you liked so far? What do you recommend for math, for living math? That's it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, have a great one.